Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television.
Welcome to the special edition of this news bulletin on the glorious 23rd of July, the 48th anniversary of the Blessed Renaissance Day. We'll start with the headlines.
The Sultanate celebrates the Blessed Renaissance Day, the glorious 23rd of July anniversary. The Blessed Renaissance Day is an occasion of pride over the achievements of the country and to renew the allegiance to the builder of the Renaissance of Oman. The Sultan's political approach is based on principles of tolerance, friendship and understanding with the rest of the world. And in continuation of the journey of the Blessed Renaissance in all areas, the Fourth Industrial Revolution starts in a number of areas through many applications. The foreign relations of the Sultanate continue to grow and develop year after year, fulfilling the vision of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos in developing good friendship relations with all countries of the world based on principles represented in mutual respect, joint cooperation, good neighborliness, and not intervening in others' internal affairs. The Omani diplomacy this year recorded a significant development represented in the joint announcement with China to take the relations between the two countries to the level of strategic partnership, coinciding with the celebration of the 40th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the Sultanate and China, which in turn supports the Belt and Road Initiative, as the Sultanate is considered one of its stops, crowning its role in reviving the historical Silk Road. The dialogues of His Majesty the Sultan with the world leaders played a great role in enhancing the relations with brotherly and friendly countries, spreading world peace, enhancing principles of tolerance and brotherhood, bringing points of views closer among the parties in dispute over a number of Arab, regional and international issues, as well as stressing on the concept of dialogue in solving them. The Sultanate's policy made it an oasis of security and stability, and it gained recognition and respect for its foreign policy as a result of its credibility and balance in dealing with developments, as well as its calmness in evaluating the issues and crises which arise on regional and international arenas. The Sultanate hosted a number of meetings related to regional and international files, namely Yemeni, Syrian, Libyan and Iranian files. Meanwhile, the Sultanate confirms its solidarity with Palestinian people and its support to their rights in establishing an independent state with East Jerusalem as its capital. The Sultanate was able to establish diplomatic relations with 157 countries and join 77 global Islamic, Arab and Gulf organizations, as well as sign 172 treaties and agreements on international and regional levels in various fields. In a previous news bulletin, His Excellency Sheikh Abdullah bin Saleh Al Saudi, ambassador to the Sultanate accredited to China, stressed that the Oman-China relations are deep-rooted, dating back to hundreds of years. This has contributed to the establishment of strategic partnership between the two countries. He also said that the State's Reserve Fund had a partnership with the Chinese company China Merchants, and there are many Chinese companies and intending to invest in Duqm. They added that the Chinese government is supporting this approach thanks to the good reputation of the Sultanate under the wise leadership of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos.
Within the context of bilateral relations existing between the Sultanate and the Republic of Korea, His Excellency Lee Nak-yeon, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Korea, will arrive to the Sultanate this evening on a 3-day official visit. During the visit, he will hold talks with a number of officials in the Sultanate. His Excellency, the Korean Prime Minister, will be accompanied by an official delegation comprising a number of senior officials from the Republic of Korea.
The Sultanate marks today the 40th anniversary of the Blessed Renaissance Day, the glorious 23rd of July, as it continues to step towards the future under the wise leadership of His Majesty the Sultan.
This glorious day marks a new dawn and the beginning of a new stage of development and growth at which a modern nation was built. More details in the following report by Suleiman Al-Buhri.
The Omani nation is capable of reviving the glory of the Sultanate and its cultural role in the region and the world. It also based on citizenship, principle, equality, the rule of law, and keeping pace with the modern age. Since the first day of his rule, His Majesty the Sultan has been very keen on making the Omani man the builder of this development and its objectives. To this end, His Majesty has done his best to qualify the Omani citizen and develop his capacity to carry out his noble national task. His Majesty the Sultan has shown trust in the Omani man and considered him the most precious asset of this nation. Throughout the past 48 years, the Omani man has been the aim and center of the development plans and programs. His Majesty the Sultan's dedication and strong will, coupled with the loyalty, love, and sincere efforts of his subjects, have fulfilled the prestigious goals throughout this dear land. The courageous Omani people renew the pledge and loyalty to His Majesty as they express their gratitude, appreciation, and love to His Majesty the Sultan, who revived the ancient glories of Oman and built a full-fledged modern state. Thanks to His Majesty's wise vision and the steady efforts and involvement of the Omani people, Oman has become an oasis of security and prosperity, as well as a modern state where all Omanis enjoy decent living, security, and safety. The impressive achievements made by the Sultanate are not only limited to the growth rates, but also include the foundations laid by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. These foundations are inspired from the Omani true traditions and identity. While promoting peace and stability of the region, the Sultanate has been also keen on building strong armed forces that can defend the nation and maintain the fruits of the development process. His Majesty the Sultan, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, has been issuing directives to develop and modernize the armed forces to keep pace with the developments made in the field of military training and armament. The Omani armed forces have become a modern integrated force that keeps pace with the development in this field. The armed forces are also known for their scientific efficiency, combating skills, and ability to carry out national duties under any circumstances. The adverse weather condition witnessed by the country in the last period stressed on the strength of this blessed Renaissance and the unity of the Omani people to face the emergency situations, as all Omanis became one and exerted great efforts to deal with the effects of the weather condition along with the state's other sectors and institutions.
Still to come in our news bulletin.
The Omani civilization has a deep-rooted history and a cultural heritage engraved with the most accurate details in the memory of time.
عبق فاح بين جنباتها، فنفثت سلاما برائحة لبانها. حلقت عاليا نحو السماء، فنقشت بأبجدياتها تاريخا جميلا، وبكرمها أمست مضربا للأمثال. مهرجان صلالة السياحي 2018 من 10 من يوليو إلى 25 من أغسطس.
The technological developments and economic diversification are the Sultan's priorities within its future plans, where it seeks to be one of the best 20 countries on the Global Innovation Index by 2040 and within 40 best countries by 2020.
The nano-artificial technique of blockchain technologies, Mars Simulation Experiment Project, smart applications and virtual reality programs are considered experiments by the Sultanate to keep up with the fourth industrial revolution. More details in the following report by Saleh bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi.
In 2016, a new term emerged concerned with harnessing the digital revolution for human needs and was called the Fourth Industrial Revolution. In continuation of the journey of the Blessed Renaissance in all areas, the Sultanate has already begun to access into the Fourth Industrial Revolution through applications of artificial intelligence, nanotechnology, Internet of Things, and blockchain. It has also set ambitious targets as the Sultanate to become among the 40 best countries in the Global Index for Innovation by 2020 and among the top 20 countries by 2040.
The Sultanate has finished an important phase of its development, which was to build infrastructure, to tackle illnesses, to create relationships with the rest of the world. And now a new phase has come, which we call the Fourth Industrial Revolution. This Fourth Industrial Revolution is based on knowledge. It is based on robotics. It is based on totally new development, science development. And it covers all aspects of our life.
The use of robots at Muscat International Airport to guide passengers was a step considered the first of its kind to be applied in airports. The Sultanate is one of the countries in the Middle East which are interested in environmental preservation. Hence, the government is in the process of designing and building the first Cube satellite, or CubeSat, to be launched in 2019 to monitor light pollution and Oman's atmosphere and environment. SAS centers at the Information Technology Authority are designed to provide the foundation for creating a new and vibrant ICT industry, which is the base of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, thereby fostering an entrepreneurial spirit in the ICT sector in Oman.
We have 3 centers: SAS for mobile app development, we have SAS for entrepreneurship, and we have SAS for virtual reality. And each center is designed to feed the local and regional market with Omanis specialized in the field by providing training and incubation for their business projects.
Marmul Desert witnessed a practical application of the Fourth Industrial Revolution when a group of international space scientists simulated living on Mars through a number of experiments, such as testing new modifications to the spacesuit and launching inflatable capsules with a robotic vehicle. Such projects are a testimony that Oman will move confidently towards the optimal use of the Fourth Industrial Revolution in order to continue the march of the Blessed Renaissance and bring the country to higher levels of progress and prosperity. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, Saleh bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi, Muscat.
Amid various economic and social changes, figures have recorded aspects of development march in the Sultanate and its economic, social and educational achievements. The statistics and economic indicators have helped in setting up policies and programs at the national, regional and international level. As per the latest statistics and figures from the National Center for Statistics and Information, the gross domestic product of the Sultanate stood at more than 27.7 billion Omani Riyals at the end of 2017, with an increase by 18% compared to 2016. The foreign direct investment in the Sultanate till 2017 amounted to more than 9.3 billion Riyals, with an annual growth of more than 1.2 billion Riyals. These investments concentrated on oil and gas production, financial liaison, industry and real estate activities. The balance of trade of the Sultanate recorded by the end of March as a surplus of more than 1.2 billion Riyals compared to March last year. Producers' prices recorded an increase by 16.3% during the first quarter of current year compared to the corresponding period in 2017. Supported by prices of oil and gas products, which achieved a rise amounted to around 20%. The non-oil products registered an increase of more than 2%. The inflation rate in the Sultanate increased in July 2018 by 1.37% compared to the same month due to last year's increase in the price of groups of housing, electricity, water, gas and other fuel types by 0.06%. Transport by 0.06%, restaurants and hotels by 0.04%. In the tourism sector, the hotel establishment categorized as 3 to 5-star amounted to 393 hotels containing 21,230 hotel rooms. The total number of establishments registered at the commercial register amounted to 358,666 establishments in various economic and commercial activities in different governorates of the Sultanate. In the health sector, the number of hospitals at the end of 2017 in the Sultanate amounted to 76, containing 6,696 beds, while the number of public health centers and clinics reached 269 centers and clinics. In the educational sector, there are around 770,481 male and female students in the public and private schools. The number of schools amounted to 1,809 schools, containing 29,406 classrooms. The number of teachers had increased to 69,427 in various governorates of the Sultanate.
This year, the Sultanate witnessed the completion of mega transport and logistics projects, mainly the new Muscat International Airport and Batna Express Road, one of the biggest road projects in the history of the Sultanate.
The new Muscat International Airport is not a means of transportation. It is an architectural marvel and a monument of Oman's deep-rooted heritage intertwined with modernity. More details in the following report.
As travelers step in the new Muscat International Airport, they can listen to Oman's audio identity, a music play that uplifts your spirit and gives you a hint to this country's deep and welcoming hospitality. Besides that, the new airport received by the end of May more than 6.2 million passengers with 47,000 flights and can accommodate more than 20 million passengers annually at the first stage. The 4-lane Batna Express Road extends for more than 270 kilometers, connecting 3 major governorates, Muscat, North and South al-Batna, and opening the opportunities for further local and cross-border investments. Meanwhile, Al-Sharqiyya Express Road achieved a tremendous progress as the first stage, which includes 4 tunnels in Wadi Al-Uq area, achieved over a 91% completion rate. The road is expected to be open for public in the mid of year 2019.
The 9th five-year plan places utmost priority to various sectors supporting the economic diversification by promoting the role of the private sector, enhancing business environment, developing small and medium enterprises, and accelerating the privatization process. Therefore, the 9th five-year plan will focus mainly on manufacturing industries, transportation, logistics, tourism, fisheries and mining sector being the leading economic sector, which will contribute in the economic diversification process through the application of the National Programme for Enhancing Economic Diversification.
The Omani civilization has a deep-rooted history and a cultural heritage engraved with the most accurate details in the memory of time.
The Omanis carried a great history to where their ships arrived by sea and where their caravans reached by land. More details in the following report by Saleh bin Affan Al-Rahbi.
Evidences of a civilization are seen all around the place, inspired by its originality and deep-rooted history, inscribed and engraved with the most accurate details in the memory of time. With its people who traveled places east and west, carrying tools of construction to where the oldest feat of human communication took settlement. Mazoon, Majan, Oman, an incomparable history that is evident through great days. The Omanis carried this great history to where their ships arrived by sea and to where their caravans reached by land. Such details are obvious in more than 500 forts, castles and towers, a legacy whose details and roots extend to bright victories. On vast expanses, Oman began with its glamorous and well-preserved monuments. Here, the stones, the walls, the arts, the culture, and the memory of man, speaking of a unique depth of a geographical location, whose shores were a school for sailors and explorers, whose desert was a center for merchants' convoys, and whose mountains were beacons for safety. Internally and externally, the Sultanate was and still will be a unique icon, with which a nation was born inspired by a deep-rooted history. Near the old lanes and the historic roads, Oman continued to inscribe elements of civilization. Oman Across Ages Museum, the National Museum, the Royal Opera House Muscat, and Sultan Qaboos scientific chairs are confirmation of a history that combines culture with science, and an evidence of a civilization whose history is manifested in the forts, castles, and the monuments of Nizwa, Suhar, Rustaq, Samahram, Jabreen, Ras al-Had, Salut, and many more. These are some glimpses of the achievements that Omanis individually and collectively have been exploring since ancient times. Oman brought up Al-Khalil bin Ahmed, Al-Muhallab bin Abi Sufra, and many other scientists and pioneers. The journey of modernity is linked to the ancient civilization, where the traditions of the elders are passed down to younger generations. From the astronomical scientist Khalaf bin Sinan al-Ghafri to Bahiyya bint Hilal al-Shu'aybiyya with space sciences, and from the sails of Ahmed bin Majid to the sails of Salih bin Sa'id al-Jabri on board of the Jewel of Muscat ship. This is Oman, whose glories are well established on the pages of the World Heritage. A pulse beats all along the lanes of fallages, frankincense, and silk, and up to the initiative of the Belt and Road. This is Oman, a nation with a deep-rooted history and a great civilization.
Since the day of Renaissance on July 23, 1970, Royal Oman Police has made remarkable and tremendous achievements in the policing industry and services at various levels. ROP ensured placing police headquarters in all governorates of Oman to facilitate effective communication between various police stations and administrations. Today, police stations are equipped with necessary manpower and facilities and are located in most wilayas and governorates of Oman to offer its services to the citizens and residents of Oman. ROP opened a new headquarters for the Omani Special Task Force in the wilaya of Sib, and its branches located in various wilayas. The Omani Task Force is equipped with the necessary tools and facilities to face any situation. ROP also opened new border points to facilitate transportation of goods and travel of passengers between Oman and the neighboring countries. In line with the government effort to achieve e-government policy, ROP has effectively shifted to the application of paperless systems like launching Android and iOS apps for vehicle services. The police also launched electronic systems such as the e-customs and visas. Besides, the police continue its services to protect land and the sea borders of Oman, as well as the safety of airports and vital installations in the country. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again.
The Sultan celebrates the Blessed Renaissance Day, the glorious 23rd of July anniversary.
The Blessed Renaissance Day is an occasion of pride over the achievements of the country and to renew the allegiance to the builder of the Renaissance of Oman.
The Sultan's political approach is based on the principles of tolerance, friendship, and understanding with the rest of the world.
And in continuation of the journey of the Blessed Renaissance in all areas, the Fourth Industrial Revolution starts in a number of areas through many applications. With that, we come to the end of tonight's special news bulletin on the occasion of the Blessed Renaissance Day.
From all of us here at the studio and the newsroom, thank you for watching and happy Renaissance Day.